everybody, Ben Woodruff here with another Falconer video. Today's video, I want to talk a little bit about weight management and a new product that has recently come out that we'll get to in just a second that can help you if you are trying to manage your bird's weight. Now, if you're new to falconry, you're like, manage my bird's weight, why would I need to do that? Well, here's the thing about raptors. Raptors are not like a dog. A dog will just, you're like, come here, boy, and they come to you because they're excited to be with you, that, you know, maybe you're represent a more dominant member of the pack, and you give them food and stuff, and loving and affection and stuff. That's not how raptors are. Raptors aren't just at any given time, let's go fly, let's go hunting. They're not that way. They're predators that fly. Flying is not the easiest thing to do, and it can be calorically taxing. Not always. I mean, raptors can glide, some of them, but still the point is you don't just waste and burn through your energy when you're an animal with a very high metabolism by just flying around randomly. You don't typically see that. Raptors are very conservative with how they expend the calories they have consumed. Now, when you have a bird, it's kind of like an Olympic athlete. You probably trap a bird that's fat, or you get a bird from a breeder that's fat. And think of turning that bird into an Olympic athlete. You've got to reduce the weight, build the muscle, and have them at a weight that would be conducive to having a desire to pursue prey, also to return to you. Now, people who are not familiar with falconry often misunderstand that and think it's starving your bird or something. It's nothing like that whatsoever. Think about me. I'm a bit overweight. And if I just had a big, giant feast, a Thanksgiving feast, and then you were like, hey, Ben, go run a marathon, and I'll give you a hamburger as a reward, I'll be like, no, I think I'm just going to sit here and watch TV and burn through these calories on the couch. It's the same kind of way with a raptor. A fat predator has no incentive to huff and puff and go out there and hunt. So getting them to the right weight, and that's oversimplifying, and it's much more complex than that. I've done videos on the principles of weight management, but understanding and mastering weight management is not only vital to falconry, but some people argue the most vital skill to understand and properly practice in the sport of falconry. That being said, even the videos I've done can make it a little abstract. It's like, okay, you can kind of understand mathematically, okay, this, here's what I'm doing every day. Well, Matt Mullenix is a prolific falconry writer. You should buy his books. And by the way, his recent book, The 4 Falconry Fundamentals, I will be putting a link to in the description. Please go get this. He from a poetic view to a nuts and bolts view, Matt Mullenix is amazing at being able to distill down the principles of falconry. And if you know my channel, I'm a principle-based falconer. It's not like, oh, well, it works. It's like, no, tell me the principle, and then I can wrap my head around it. If you have the right principles, you can come up with your own training techniques as well that'll work well because they adhere to a principle. Well, Matt Mullenix is very much about the fundamentals of falconry, the principles of falconry. Distill it down to what's going to give you and your bird the most highly effective, productive, and successful experience together in terms of the loyalty of the bird, the performance of the bird, its ability to catch prey, and for you to have great experience as well as along the way. So definitely check out his most recent book, The 4 Falconry Fundamentals. But what he has done, and he's like, how can I help new falconers, any falconer, but especially the new falconers, to wrap their head around? So he came up with this weight management wheel, and what this does is this twists, and it helps you to visualize and helps you to calculate how the weight management works. So there's basically a 22-hour cycle, 22 weight management hour weight management cycle. And you need to understand that, especially with the increase in popularity in microhawking with birds like kestrels and merlins. It's all the more vital to be able to understand and dial this in, and in this case, to literally dial this in. So this is a product that you can get. I'm not going to spoil it all and explain all the details on how it works. What I'd like you to do, again, I'm going to give you a link not only to his most recent book, but I'm going to give you a link to Matt's channel. And also a link to this product where you can purchase online. It's very cheap, and it has instructions to help you understand and walk you through it. But I cannot recommend it enough. I've never seen any falconer really find a way to visualize what's happening inside of the bird in this 22-hour weight management cycle so well. And I think that as a principle, that could be very valuable to falconers to help you understand, how do I do this? How do I dial my bird in? And if you can see it in your head through this, then hopefully you'll be like, oh, okay, and you can help properly make these important calculations. Once you know what you're doing, you're good. But this is where you need to start to be able to properly dial in a bird. So check out those links and please give this a try. If you have any questions or comments down below, please let me know. I'm sorry I missed a video last week. I was out of town visiting some archaeological ruins in New Mexico. It's a great trip, but we should be back on schedule for videos at least every week. Thank you for all your support, and as always, happy hockey.